is the properties of a density curve. And then even more specifically, so I want to say specifically, you should know everything that there is to know about specifically. Specifically, the normal density curve. So you should be able, and this is like a gigantic portion of the test, right? Be able to find a proportion above, below, or between, right? You never heard this? So I'll draw a little picture, right? If you wanted to find proportion of values above, below,
And in between.
right? The picture of that would look like this below. And between. Given x value or values. That's an audio. All right. Maybe, did you leave a sandwich here? No? Okay. You just showed me that there was a sandwich left.
Oh yeah, I found it under my table.
This was, okay. Yeah, she did eat it. She's pretty good sick. She said it tasted rather good. So. She was like, hey, if they make one again, tell them to make me one too. And I said, the first mystery of the year is who's sandwich? So, all right. I feel like I'm in an escape room trying to solve these sandwich bags. You don't do that in the escape room? But it's like a puzzle. Sorry, I was at Meow Wolf, and I was trying to figure out what the mystery was. And I feel the same way right now with the sandwich. But I have no clues. Maybe it was really my, like, that's it. That's the only thing I had. Hey, you should be able to interpret a normal probability plot. Wow. That would be fantastic. You know, along with knowing those properties, right? I didn't like 4, okay? Not really, because there are many questions where you're going to have to find the area underneath a curve in any direction. So, right, in between two x values, below an x value, above an x value. All right, so also understand how you can find quartiles, quartiles and median from a normal distribution. Okay? Really, median is simple, right? Because a normal distribution is exactly symmetric, then it is the case that the mean and the median are exactly the same. So median, not so much as quartiles, right? A normal distribution. Right, and you can find the proportion of values that are, you know, for 25%, right? Yeah? Yeah, you would have to do the reverse, right? You would have to either use an inverse function on your calculator, or, and we can talk about that here in a little bit, or use your table, look at the main body of the table, and then find the z-values. And you would then be able to solve to find an x value at, for that given z-value, right? How we solved yesterday. Yeah? We'll solve it. Okay. And that actually brings us to the next thing, right? I'll be able to find a z-value, or a z-score rather, when given a proportion. Proportion. Okay. I stuck the R in there. Yeah, that's only if you're at Hogwarts. Get it? See? Yeah. All right. And go even further and find the x value for that proportion. Also find the x value that corresponds to that proportion. All right. You know what I'm saying? Just like we did with the last check your understanding, where we were given a proportion of values underneath. We had to go to the main body of the table and then find the z-value for that particular proportion. And then using our formula for a z-score, right? Z equals x minus mu divided by sigma. We were able to solve for x and find that particular value. I know you all were wondering when I was going to say this, but you should be able to read an ogive.
What?
AKA a cumulative relative frequency graph. You got that new jive and then you got that old jive. No? Okay.
I like the old
Yes. IMO. Is there anybody else that did not get this take-home quiz? Please. Everybody got a take-home, please. See. Take-home, please. Some people already have it done.
Whoa, no.
Dang, okay. I was trying to... Alright, and the last thing we need to do is know about what happens when you transform data. Okay? How does transforming data... I don't want Ron to get all mad at me. Better start on the right value there. Okay. Hey, you should know how transforming data affects it was right. The way that I remember that, okay, is that and Republicans don't get mad at me. The greenhouse effect affects. Hey, whoa, we're not going to get political. It's just the way that I remember this, okay? We're not going to get political. Know how transforming data affects the, let's say, measures of... So in other words, how does transforming data affect your standard deviation or your IQR? Right, measures of spread, and how does it affect your median and your mean measures of center? There are two ways that we'll transform data. Or that you'll two types of questions that you'll get, or two ways that you'll see someone transforming data in one of these questions, right? The first way would be to add a number to each data point, right? So you would essentially shift, say, if I added 5, right, I would shift everything 5, right? So how does that affect your mean and your median? It's going to shift it up 5, right? But your measures of spread will actually just shift 5 up, right? The actual spread, the actual interval is not going to change. However, if I was to multiply it by a factor, if that factor is between 0 and 1, it's the same thing as dividing, right? What's going to happen is you're going to get a change in your mean is going to stay the same. So you're going to get a change in spread, right? Yeah? And that's it. That is what is on this test. No, but see the thing is, in communities. No, if you would like to know, there are 10 multiple choice.
And 3.
You got 1.
4.
Ooh, nice.
4 for your response.
Oh, dang.
Two of them are really short. They're not A, B, C. It's just 12. 12 is just one answer, right? 14, just one answer. 13 does have an A, B, and 11 has A, B, and C. Cool, any questions about that I can answer before I stop the record button?
No. Gladly.